Hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect. So in this video, we are going to understand how to create ActiveCampaign Contact with tags on WooCommerce purchase. So are you also using WooCommerce for your business? Then this video is definitely for you. So over here I'm doing the same. I'm running a edutech company and I'm selling my courses online with the help of my WooCommerce account. And now I want that as soon as a new order is placed in my WooCommerce account, which means that as soon as a new course is sold in my WooCommerce account, automatically with the help of same details, a new contact should be created in my ActiveCampaign too with a specific tag. So I'm going to do this because I want to create targeted email marketing campaigns for these customers. So to do this, we are going to create a connection between WooCommerce and ActiveCampaign. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So do you also wish to learn this process step by step? Then let me take you to my computer screen. Welcome to my screen. So as you know, in this video we are going to understand how to create ActiveCampaign Contact with tags on WooCommerce purchase. So as you know that I run edutech company offering various courses online, and now to streamline my marketing efforts, what I want is that as soon as someone purchases a course, suppose this Java course, so I want that as soon as someone purchases this Java course, automatically with the help of same details of my customer, a contact should be created in my ActiveCampaign account too with a tag which says Java course bio. So I'm going to do all of this because this can help me segment my students based on their course enrollments. So I'm going to do this because this helps me segment my students based on their enrollments, enabling me to send targeted email campaigns. With this setup, I can send personalized follow-up emails, course material, and exclusive offers for advanced courses, enhancing the student engagement and boosting the course completion rates. So to do all of this, I've simply opened the landing page of Pabbly by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy. So as soon as we are going to open the landing page of Pabbly, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you're a new user, you can click on sign up for free and you are going to get 100 of tasks free every month. But I'm an existing user, so I'm going to click on sign in right over here. And now it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm going to click on access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connects account. And now it is opening my dashboard, and to start with the automation, I'm going to click on this button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So I want to save the workflow in this folder which is automations, and I want to name my workflow as how to create ActiveCampaign Contact with tags on WooCommerce purchase. And then we are going to click on create. And now it is opening the most important window for our automation, that is our workflow window. This is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the trigger is the commander for the workflow and actions follow the commands. And as you know that we can have only a single commander but multiple followers. So where we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger. So simply by this you can understand that the trigger commands the workflow and the action are response towards that command. So now we are going to select our trigger application which is WooCommerce, because I want that as soon as a new purchase is made in my WooCommerce account, automatically my workflow should be triggered. So I'm going to search for it and then we are going to select it. And now for the trigger event, we are going to select it as new order created. Now we are going to move on forward. Over here you can see that it is giving me the webhook URL. So we are going to use this same webhook URL in order to create a connection between our WooCommerce account and our Pabbly's workflow. So first I'm going to copy this webhook URL and then we are going to open our WooCommerce account. And over here you can see that this is my WooCommerce account and these are all the products I'm offering. So now what I want is we are going to set up this webhook. For that we are going to follow the help text, and it is saying log into your WordPress admin panel, locate the settings tab in the left column. So now we are going to go on settings right over here, and after opening the settings we are going to go on advanced and then we are going to scroll, and over here you can see webhooks. So we are going to open this webhooks right over here, and now you can see that all the webhooks that I've already created, but I'm going to create a new. So I'm going to click on add webhook right over here, and now it is asking me for the name of the webhook. So I want to name my webhook as ActiveCampaign Contact with tags. And now for the status, I'm going to keep it as active. We are going to move on forward. It is asking me for the topic. So I'm going to select the topic as order created. And now it is asking me for the delivery URL. So we are going to paste the URL we copied from our workflow. And now it is asking me for the secret. So I'm going to enter a dummy secret right over here. We are going to move on forward. It is asking me for the API version. So I'm going to keep it as same only. And then we are going to click on save webhook. And as soon as we are going to click on this, you can see that we have successfully created a webhook right over here. Webhook updated successfully. So yes, this means that we have successfully created a connection between our WooCommerce account and our Pabbly's workflow. And now over here you can see that this is the webhook ID too. So this is the proof of our successful connection. But I want to receive the response of the customer details. So that's why we are going to click on recapture webhook response. And now we are going to do the test submission to capture this webhook response. So to do this, I'm going to open my WooCommerce again. And from here we are going to go on products and then all products. Now we are going to scroll, and as you can see over here are all the products that I'm offering, but I'm going to create this automation for this product, which is Java. So I'm going to click on view right over here. And now we are going to make a purchase of this product. So I'm going to click on add to cart, and then we are going to move on forward, and over here we are going to click on proceed to checkout. And yes, it is asking me for the details. So I'm going to keep the details as this only. And then we are going to click on place order. So as soon as we are going to click on place order, this means that we have successfully did the test submission. We have successfully purchased this product. You can see thank you, your order has been received. So yes, with this we have successfully did the test submission. And now I'm going to open my workflow again. And over here we are going to wait till Pabbly captures the webhook response. It will just take a few seconds to capture this webhook response. And yes, you can see that we have received the positive response, and we are going to receive all the details that we submitted there. We are going to scroll where you can see the state, the postcode, where you can see the first name, the last name. We are going to move on forward. Where you can see the address that we entered, where you can see the method. We are going to move on forward. Where you can see all the details that we entered in our test submission. So yes, with this our trigger step is successful, and now we are moving on to our action step. But before continuing our workflow further, I'll just add a filter condition right over here. So we are going to look for filter right over here. So for the action application, I'm going to search for it, and then we are going to select it. So it is a feature by Pabbly which helps you to add conditions in your workflow. And now for the action event, we are going to select it as filter values. So I'm going to add this filter right over here because I only want to create this automation for a particular product, which is Java. So that's why I'm going to add the filter, and over here in the label we are going to select the product ID. So I'm going to search for the product ID, and as you can see the same, so we are going to select product ID. And now for the filter type, we are going to select it as equals to only, and over here for the value we are going to enter the product ID manually. So yes, we have successfully did this, and now we are going to click on save and send test request. And yes, you can see condition is true. So this is the same product ID. That's why the condition is true. But if you are going to do the test submission of any another product, then this workflow will not continue further. So yes, after adding the filter, we are going to move on to the action step. So I'm going to add the action step right over here. And now for the action application, we are going to select ActiveCampaign because I want to create an ActiveCampaign contact on new WooCommerce purchase. So I'm going to search for it, and then we are going to select it. And now for the action event, we are going to select it as create a contact, and then we are going to click on connect. And as you can see that now it is asking me to add a new connection or select the existing connection. So if you have already connected your ActiveCampaign account with your Pabbly's workflow, you can click on select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now it is asking me for the API key and the URL. So to get this, we are going to read the help text, and it is saying log into your ActiveCampaign account, click on the settings tab from the left sidebar, select the developers tab from the drop down, find the API key. So I'm going to follow this. I'm going to open my ActiveCampaign account, and as you can see that this is my account and I've already logged in it. So it is always advised to log in your applications before starting with the automation. It makes the procedure easy. And after logging it, we are going to go on left sidebars, and over here you can see settings. So we are going to go on this, and now again from the left sidebar we have to go on developers. And now you can see that this is the URL and the key we wished for. So I'm going to copy both of this, and then we are going to paste it in our workflow. So I'm going to just reset this API key once so that I can get the fresh key, and then we are going to paste the same in our workflow. And yes, you can see the fresh API key. So I'm going to copy this, and then we are going to paste it right over here in our workflow. We're going to do same for the URL also. I'm going to copy this, and then we are going to paste it right over here. But as you can see that in the help text, it is saying provide the URL without HTTPS. So I'm going to remove this HTTPS because this is not required. And now after doing all of this, we are going to click on save. And as soon as we are going to click on save, you can see that we have successfully connected our ActiveCampaign account with our Pabbly's workflow. And now it is asking me for the email. So we are going to map the email of our customer. So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected WooCommerce as our trigger application. So we are going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as we are going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new order created in my WooCommerce account. So I'm going to give you an example that over here in front of email, suppose I'm going to enter demo@pabblytudes.com manually. Suppose I'm going to enter this manually right over here. Then this will not change with every new order created because this is a static information and I've entered it manually. But if I'm going to map it from the previous response, suppose I'm going to search for email. And as you can see the email, so if I'm going to map this from the previous response, then this will definitely change because my previous response will also change. So that's why we do mapping right over here to run our workflow in real time. So we are going to map the first name also. I'm going to search for first name and as you can see demo, so we are going to map it. We are going to do same for the last name. I'm going to search for last name and as you can see user, so we are going to map it. We are going to do same for the phone. I'm going to search for phone and as you can see phone number, so we are going to map it. And now it is asking me for the gender, but we don't have the details of the gender in our WooCommerce purchase, so we are going to leave it as blank because this is not the required field. And now we are going to click on save and send test request, and as soon as we are going to click on save and send test request, you can see that we have successfully created a new contact with the same email, phone number and first name. So I'm going to open my ActiveCampaign and check for the new contact created. So I'm going to open my ActiveCampaign and we are going to refresh this contacts page to check for the new contact created. And yes, you can see the new contact created over here. You can see the full name and the email. So yes, with this we have successfully completed this action step also. But now I want to add a tag to this contact. So for that we are going to add another action step right over here. And now for the action application, again we are going to select ActiveCampaign. So I'm going to search for it and then we are going to select it again. And now for the action event, we are going to search for tag right over here. And as you can see, add a tag to contact. So we are going to select it and then we are going to click on connect again, and again it is asking me for the same. But as you can see that recently I have connected my ActiveCampaign once, so I'm going to click on select existing connection and then save. And as soon as we are going to do this, you can see that we have successfully connected our ActiveCampaign account with our Pabbly's workflow. And now it is asking me for the contact, and over here you can see that it is saying select the contact ID. So now it is asking me to select one contact ID, but I want to map this contact ID because I want to keep it as dynamic. So for that we are going to switch on this mapping button and we are going to map the contact ID from the previous response received. So I'm going to erase this, and as you can see that over here in the ActiveCampaign response, we are going to search for contact ID. And as you can see the contact ID right over here, which is this, so we are going to map this. And now after mapping this, we have successfully made this field a dynamic one. And now we are going to move on forward. It is asking me for the tag ID. So over here you can see that I've already created a tag in my ActiveCampaign account, which is Java course for beginners. If you wish, you can definitely create a new tag, but I'm going to use this tag only and I want this to remain static. So I'm going to select it right from here and then we are going to click on save and send test request. And yes, you can see that we have successfully tagged this contact, which is demo@pabblytudes.com with Java course buyer. So I'm going to open my ActiveCampaign and check for the tag added. So I'm going to open my ActiveCampaign account. And now from here, I'm going to open this contact, which we just now created, demo user. So I'm going to open this. And as you can see, already a tag right over here, Java course buyer. So yes, with this, we have successfully completed our workflow. But I'm just going to test this workflow once. And this time, I'm going to give you a real-time example. So to do this, I'm going to open my WooCommerce again, and now we are going to do another test submission with the new details. So I'm going to go to the cart page, and now we are going to click on proceed to checkout again. And now we are going to enter the another details, like for the first name, we are going to keep it as test this time. So I'm going to enter test right over here, and then for the last name, we are going to keep it as user only, and this as the rest of the details. And for the email, I'm going to keep it as test user11@pabblytudes.com, and then we are going to click on place order again. And as soon as we are going to click on place order, you can see that we have successfully completed this order with the new details, which is this. And now this means that we have successfully did the test submission. And now this means that WooCommerce has sent the details of our test submission to our workflow. Pabbly captured the response, triggered the workflow, and further created a new ActiveCampaign contact with the tag Java course bio. So I'm going to open my ActiveCampaign account and check for the new contact created with the same details. So this time we are not going back to our workflow and clicking on save and send test request. I'll directly open my ActiveCampaign account from here, and now we are going to refresh this contacts page to check for the new contact created. And yes, you can see a new contact created, full name test user, email testuser11@pabblytudes.com, and over here you can see the phone number that we entered. So I'm going to open this and look for the tag, which is Java course buyers, and yes, you can see Java course buyer tags for this contact. So yes, we have successfully completed our workflow with this. And now I'll just summarize the workflow for you once. For the trigger application, I selected WooCommerce. For the trigger event, I selected new order created. For the action application, we selected filter by Pabbly, and then for the action event, we selected filter values because I only wanted to create this automation for a particular product. So I wanted that if the purchase is made of that particular product, then only my workflow should move on further. And now for the action application, we selected ActiveCampaign, and then for the action event, we selected create a contact. Again, we selected ActiveCampaign as action application, and then for the action event, we selected add contact to tag because I wanted that as soon as a new WooCommerce order is created, automatically a contact should be created in my ActiveCampaign with a tag which is Java course bio. So yes, and yes, we were successful with our workflow. Over here you can see the two contacts I created during this video with the help of my workflow. One is demo user and one is test user. So yes, if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope you liked the video. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly, you can integrate many more applications. So now, if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.